has been a lot of gray area, and it's been, I think somewhat confusing. I think for Canadians, I think when you're Dave and myself and you're trying to get some sort of gauge on what this means, what is that shift, and the protest itself. So we thought, well, we got to bring in Will Strickland because now I'm just lost. Will Strickland, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio right there.
Clap for myself.
To
help out the standing room only studio audience.
Yeah, that's right.
Here, Raw Mike Richards.
So now, Will, I'm confused. I kind of had a handle on what Colin Kaepernick and what that was about. Whether people agree with it, don't agree with it, but that in essence is what America is about, that freedom of speech,
right,
and also to have peaceful protest, which that obviously it was. And then you get to the point now where you could see in the old boys network that was not going to be welcomed on NFL teams. Fast forward, there's Jerry Jones, linked in arms, taking a knee. And if you're calling Kaepernick, I'm going, what? That's why people apparently, it got so splintered where people, this isn't patriotic, or it's about patriotism, or it's about the military, or it's about police brutality, or inequalities. And now I'm at the point where I needed to bring you in and please explain to me.
Or is it anti-Trump? Right?
Or is it just,
you throw that out to the pile too.
Here's everything you just stated is the reason why it's working in the opposite. That confusion and doubt are the agendas for the day as it comes to the White House press corps and Cheddar Cheese Stalin in office there. So you have to look at why everyone has shifted the momentum and shifted the message and tried to change the narrative and control the narrative, by the way, on what this thing is. Obviously, if you're actually paying attention, this is about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee or taking a stand against police brutality and social inequality and inequities for blacks in America, in particular young black men who've been shot down, unarmed black men who were shot down and killed indiscriminately by, bad police. Because it's not about being anti-police, it's not about the flag, but as soon as the media takes a hold of it and they start to say, oh, it's about the flag, it's about this song that's, if you listen to the whole song, the original song, it's a very racist song. If you look at the flag and you understand what the flag is all about, then you know that the very reason that the flag exists is the reason why the very first amendment right is the freedom of free speech and expression. But yet somehow people who are exercising their rights as Americans will tell you that that's something they can do. And the same people who are waving a flag don't even understand why the flag exists. But maybe they do. And maybe you're not considered an American because when Donald Trump calls your mother a bitch and calls the players who were taking the knee at the time, who were all black, sons of bitches, that's not an accident. That's calculated and that's real. So again, let's stay on the cause and not the effect. I think that's how the narrative is being shifted, to the effect. And shout out to Gregg Popovich as an aside. And this is what tells you why this thing needs to be continued to be talked about and then actually acted upon. Gregg Popovich is a great person. From what you can tell, he's always been very steady, very honest about what he feels. But the great part about, and he talked about it, about being white is that he can say all of that. Steve Kerr can say all of that. They haven't been once harassed or questioned about their positions. LeBron James will be questioned and harassed about his position. Steph Curry would be harassed and questioned about his position. But Gregg Popovich and Steve Kerr, not by any fault of their own, won't be questioned and harassed. That's the America we live in, or we exist around, or whatever the case might be.
So let me ask